to do a update video. Went out digging today, real quick, checking new arrivals. Sorry again, I got a head cold, so if I sound like shit or I cough, I apologize. But I stopped to dig on my way down to do something today, and found quite a bit of things. I'll tell you what's digging and what's not, but I also found a couple of things for friends, like Tom Petty's here. This is actually a gold stamp promo, original press of Tom Petty's Hard Promises, original press of Long After Dark, and then Pat Benatar. I also have a Bon Jovi picture disc around here for a friend as well. So that stuff I picked up for friends. I'm going to do an update video for my want list, and your want list. I like having those videos because I can search, you know. I can see who needs what. I haven't done one in a while, and I kind of like having them in one hand. Alright guys, let me get this set up and then we'll go. So I got a couple of big, I got one really big you can do it, Rob, you can do it. One big grail that came in this week. We'll start with the, I got stuff all over the place on this table right now from today. Oh, anyway. So today, this is going to be a longer video, guys, I'm sorry. I stopped at the record store near me, and it's called Brothers Music. And this is kind of a little pin for it. Scott, I don't know if you collect like record store pins, but Scott Waters, if you like this, I'll send it to you. I can get these all the time. And then there's this little company, local kid, that makes these pins, like metal pins that are painted, and they're really cool. He's a local kid, he's like 24 years old, does all the art, does all the stuff himself. He even got all the licensing from the bands and stuff, and he's putting these out. And there's so many different kinds, everything from Hendrix to Zappa to Black Sabbath to the bands I'm going to show you. And they're killer. I mean, they're killer things. And I generally don't spend money on trinkets and stuff like that. I'm starting to get into this stuff, and then I see these kind of things, and I'm really going to get into these things. I'm going to blame Scott for a lot of that stuff, because he's been sending me pins and showing me pins, and I'm just like, man, I miss that stuff too. I'm not going to be as hardcore as he is, but anyway, I'll start off with this pin. I don't know how these are going to show camera, but these are metal backing, and the backing pins are metal. It's nice and stable, double pin, I'll show you that. But they're painted very well, and they look like the band's emblem. This is Possessed. I don't know if it's going to focus on my front facing. And then Overkill, plain and simple, but we know how Overkill is. Just plain simple Overkill. And then this one, which is a badass, and this is Megadeth, Rust in Pieces. This thing is really kick-ass. It's large too. It's not going to show the colors, but it is amazing looking. You can see the prism in the jacket and stuff. I mean, they're not cheap, but if you guys want stuff like this, I'll take pictures of the stuff. I think they average from 8 to 12 bucks, but I can get them a little cheaper because I know the guy. But I mean, that's badass, and these aren't cheap. I mean, these are metal enameled, really, really nice. So I thought I'd show them off. Now we're gonna get down to the vinyl. First is the last album I need for the vinyl discography for this band, and that's Kick-Axe's first one, Vices. It has a sticker on it. I don't think this is a promo. No, it's not a promo. Alright, so it has this Canadian. Anyway, it's their first debut. It's still in the shrink, still has a sticker. It's in amazing shape except for that one corner with a... I'm going to try to go through this fast because I got a lot to show. And again, this is just out of the bag, but this is from today. This is a dig from today. Everything I'm going to show you until I say is not a dig, it's from the dig today. On Pasha. Vinyl is in mint condition. A really, really cool find, and really cool to get that done. That first album was tough to get. Next is a band This is a really tough find. You just don't find this album anywhere, especially here. I think it's a Swedish press, and that's a band called Sad Wings, with the album called Lonely Hero. Old school, kind of new age, but it has that European, not European because a lot of it is. It has that that Norwegian sound to it almost. Not death metal, but it has that sound to it. They show it outside the wrapper. Has a little bit of damage there, but this thing runs about 50, 60 bucks. And I didn't pay anywhere near that for this. So I was really happy to find this. It's in really good shape. Except for that thing, you know. That's the band. This will probably be something up like Cloudy Milder's up his, his alley. The only thing, it's on Criminal Response Records. The only thing, it's on the radio. You see the radio call letters on there? That's the only thing I didn't like about it. I mean, for what I paid for this and what it goes for, and how this vinyl looks, I mean, it was a steal. Let's put it that way. So I grabbed that one. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the mail. I got this all mixed up, guys. That was the mail. Sad Wings was the mail. Voices was Dig Today. This is also from the Dig Today, which is I've been trying to find. And I was actually digging through the used stuff, and this was hid behind something in W. So somebody probably hid this to come back and get it. Sorry, buddy. So I finally found this year's RSD Judas Priest Rock and Roller. Really cool. Sorry, guys. Alright. I'll get anything Judas Priest. I'm a Judas Priest, huge fan of Judas Priest. Anyway, I'm not going to take the sleeve off right now, but it has a sticker. And this is all the watermarks on here is all embossed. Like all these little water, you can feel them, they're all embossed. Which, kind of cool, kind of doesn't really matter because eventually it'll wind up getting flat, you know? This one, it does say Bob Halford on the back. Comes with a download code, and it comes on this supposedly green vinyl. Well, that's, I don't know if it's green, but it's like a green tint to it. It looks, oh, cola green, whatever the fuck cola green is. So it has a green tint to it. It's very clear, as you can see. They're pretty cool, just a collector's piece, and for very cheap. This also had like a $3 sticker off on it too. That's from the wild. This is from the wild. This was a shock when I ran across this one. You just don't see this in the wild. And it still has a sleeve on it. It still has a sticker on it. And that's Blue Murder's debut album. How cool is that? I'm not gonna pull it out of the sleeve right now. Out of the. It's not a promo either. I thought maybe it was a promo. And the sleeve looks brand new. It doesn't look like there's even a. It barely has the album imprint on it. And the vinyl, again, is just in mint condition on Geffen. And this is a really good album. So this was a really good find. Like 16 bucks. That's cheap for that album. In general, let alone finding it in the store. But that store is a little bit overpriced. And I get a little better deal because I know the guy, so I always get money taken off. Here is a really cool find. I've been wanting the album, but the prices have gone up on it, and I really want the OG press, which is an expensive one, but I figured I'd come across it sometime, I'll just grab it. And today I got really lucky, because this was in the used section, only because this was open. Like somebody took their finger and slid it all the way open. And that's Megadeth's, oh my god, I'm blanking out on the name. Killing is my business. Business is good. And this is the red vinyl version, which is also tougher to find. And this has like, what, 7 live bonus tracks and Megadeth's 84 3-track demo and liner notes or something. But it's still literally in the wrapper. I mean, only the one side of that's open. So, I mean, I literally got this. I mean, you'd faint when I paid for this. I'm going to pull it off because I want to see the inside. this over here so I don't throw in the sticker. There it is without. Again, I know it doesn't sound very good. The first album didn't sound very good. It's cleaned up a little bit. There's the inner, for those who haven't seen it. And let's pull out the vinyl. And the vinyl. That lyrics. It's on red vinyl. I don't know if it's clear or, and it's on like a semi-translucent red vinyl. I'm actually tired of red vinyl. I don't know why. Red's not one of my colors, so. And I think the other one's exactly the same. But I'll show the sleeve. Oh, it's got lyrics again. Where the hell are the liner notes? I think the vinyl is exactly the same. Yeah, it's exactly the same as the other one. But the red vinyl one's cool. It's tougher to find. Liner notes. Wow, it just barely liner notes. It's just a paragraph inside. All right, so I got that today for cheap. Next is a band I like, but I can't find their stuff. I just can't come across their stuff very much. The last Wild one. And this is Death Angel, Act 3. And this is the music on vinyl version. I love that company. I mean, to me, they do such a killer job. And I think there's 1,000 of these pressed. Yeah, 1,000 pressed. And this is really low. This is number 36 of 1,000. And again, it has that matte finish to it. And it's on a red. Red translucent vinyl, just like the Megadeth. That's hard to come by. So I grabbed that as soon as I saw it. Oh, there it is. It said something about. Just has lyrics, credits, and then the picture of God knows what on there. A bat, walrus. I don't know what the fuck it is. Anyway, there's that. Alright, so let's get to the last three. Here's an album I've been looking at, and people, for some reason, people want to charge you out the ass for this album, and it doesn't sell that well. I found it for 15 bucks, and that's Toy Roz, or Toy Rose, however you want to say it. This is their EP. EP? Yeah, 6 songs. Not tough to come by, but for some reason people want to charge 25, 30 bucks for it. It never sells for that much. And it does have a little crease up there, which not a big deal. So that's cool. It's all BG Records. Big something, I can't remember the name of it. Now, here's the vinyl on the BG Records, which is Bernie something. I don't know. Anyway, there it is. The vinyl is in excellent condition, as you see. And the odd part that came in when I opened the inside, it says from the desk of Bernie Golius, and that's the label name. It says Bruce per Priscilla, enclosed Toy Roz product. Talk to you soon. Sincerely, Bernie Golia, BG Records. So it's literally a letter to whoever he sent this to at the time, and it was still in there. So I thought that was pretty damn cool. How often do you see something like that coming from the label rep, the label owner, whatever you don't call it? I thought that was pretty cool. All right, next is Mini Grail, because it's hard to find, but I found it in the sleeve with the hype sticker on it, and that's Banshees. God, why do I always forget? Race Against Time. This is before. This is the. No, is this the last album before? Yeah, this is the last album before. Is it? They have Cry in the Night. Race Against Time. Yeah, I think this is the one before, because the Tommy Lee Flood is the singer here, right? And he went on to sing in Britney Fox on Bite Down Hard, which is actually a good album, which is super expensive on vinyl. And then George Call joined them when they did Mind Slave. I think that's how it goes. That's what you're going to get. So, still on the sleeve, still in excellent condition. A little bit of edge wear, where the vinyl wasn't sleeved up. And your typical, they didn't give a fuck about bands back then, Atlantic. Plain old sleeve. And the vinyl again is in mint condition, not a scratch. So another fantastic find for me. Comes off my mini girl list. And here's another tough one to find. This is not the misprint version, which I'm still looking for, but this is still a tough album to find, especially in this shape. And that's Keel's Lay Down the Law debut. And as you can see, this is in really good condition. The first press of this, Mark Ferrari and I think it was Bobby Marks. Their real names are on there. You know, they're real like Jewish names, and they weren't their stage names like they are on here. And that's how you tell the difference from it, because of that. But this is hard to find in general in this, especially in this shape. I mean, this is in great shape. And there you go, Steve Value Vinyl. There's your boobs that you were asking me about in my other video. I think it's just plain Jane. Yep. Shrapnel, I think. Plain Jane white sleeve. Yeah, it's on the strap. And it's dusty as hell, so don't mind that. You can see there's dust all over it. It's on the black shrapnel. So that's really cool. Wait a minute. And the one song is misspelled in here as well on the misprint. Lightning is misspelled on the misprint version. The song is called Thunder and Lightning, and they spelled it lightning on the first few presses before they pulled it. So that's how I can also tell you got the misprint version, which I'm still chasing. And finally for this video, guys, 17 minutes, not bad. I'm kind of blowing through it, I'm sorry. That's why I try to cut out the other stuff I got. This is a big grail for me. One of my top 5, I don't know, I'll say top 10 favorite bands of all time. I don't have any sleeves right now, so it's in a bigger sleeve than I normally would put it in. This is Sabotage's Sirens. Now this is the Combat press. This is not the Par Records, which is even tougher to find. That would be my holy grail for them, but this is still a very tough find. And as you guys can see, it's in great shape. I mean, it's in excellent shape. The only, as you can see the issue right there, has a little bit of a bend in it. And then you look at the top edge, there's a little bit of wear going across it, but this thing won't see the light of day, so it'll be that way for the rest of its life. Sirens on the Combat press. Super tough. Expensive find. Not that expensive. And then on the Combat label. And this guy that I bought this from, this dude, he really knows his grading, and puts them in these nice rice paper sleeves and packaged very well. And there's some dudes who are big guys on pages that don't know how to grade or don't know what the hell they're selling. I'm getting really pissed off with that. But this guy knows his shit. I also got the Ironbound from him at a pretty good deal, so he's been pretty good to me, working with me and stuff. And I'm actually getting something else off of him. So anyway, guys, there's that. I'm going to keep this under 20 minutes. Sorry if I was a little bit rushed. My voice is a little bit better tonight versus earlier, but I'm still stuffy. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for subbing. I do appreciate it. I know I say it all the time, but I really do. I like showing my stuff and talking about music and bullshitting with you guys. And I appreciate when you guys comment and all that stuff too. And again, thanks to Peaches for my Twisted Sister, Twisted Christmas RSD album, which I'm trying to find. I really appreciate that too. Now, if you can find me that Anthrax one, we'd be good to go. Alright, guys. There we go. Y'all have a good night. We'll catch up real soon.